arguments. And the idea behind that is you don't fall into a circular reasoning. That was the purpose of that, is to get people out of a circular. Why do you believe in God? Because Quran says so. Well, how do you know? That's because God revealed the Quran. You get into a circular reasoning. So that's why taqleed, this idea of taqleed, أول واجبا على ممكن من نظر أن يعرف الله والرسول بصفاته, like to know God and His Messenger with nazar, like to actually think about it, to get out of taqleed. So that was something that our ulama said, that we need to have absolutely sound hadith without any probable error in them. Other than that, the second thing that I would point out about Imam al-Bukhari is the Sahih tradition is in some ways a reaction to Imam al-Shafi'i. Because Imam Shafi'i departed from his teacher's methodology. So the methodology of Imam Malik was that he would actually he would take the amal of the people of Medina over solitary hadith. This is called amal ahl al-Medina. His argument was, if he found, and he had 600 teachers from the tabi'een in his lifetime. The argument was, if he found dozens of the tabi'een doing the same practice, then for him, they saw it from the Sahaba in Medina, because there's 10,000 people buried there. So he saw it from the Sahaba. So he's saying, I'm going to take the fact that the righteous people are fasting on Friday, and there's a solitary hadith where Naha Rasulullah an al-Siyam Yawm al-Jumu'ah. He said, I don't feel comfortable going to that solitary hadith and rejecting something that all of the people here saw the Prophet doing. Maybe the hadith was abrogated. Maybe the hadith was khasisa, it was for a specific person. He preferred the amal, and that's why it's mutawatir for him. Imam Shafi'i didn't agree with that when he went to Iraq and then to Egypt. So he actually, and famously said, إِذَا صَحَ الْحَدِيث فَهُوَ مَذْهَبِي. But that shouldn't be taken blanket the way a lot of modern people take that. It shouldn't be taken like that. So Imam Shafi'i, radiallahu anhu, he wanted to find the soundest opinion, soundest hadith to base that judgment on. Imam Malik would take a sahih hadith, but he would prefer, like the adhan in Medina is different from the adhan in Mecca. And he was asked about it. And he said, I don't know what they do in Mecca, but here's what they do here. And that's why the adhan of the Malikis is different from the adhan that's done in other parts of the Muslim world. Many other examples of that with Imam Malik. So in response to that, the idea was, let's find the soundest hadiths, collect them all, because there were traditions where Imam Malik, for instance, Ibn Wahb, who was one of Malik's students, Ibn Wahb, once somebody asked Imam Malik about, going between the toes in the wudu. And he made a remark, and then Ibn Wahb said that he has a hadith that he got from Egypt that he recited, and Malik said, I didn't know that hadith. And so that's one of the arguments of the Ahl al-Hadith, is that the Imams didn't know all the hadiths of ahkam. But if you look, and this is really important to remember, because this is one of the big confusions about our modern Muslims. The madhabs are not the isolated opinions of the Imams. The Hanafi madhab is not the opinion of Abu Hanifa always, but it's the methodology of Abu Hanifa. The madhab of Imam Malik is not the opinion necessarily of Malik. Malik's opinion, for instance, was you didn't raise your hands in dua. He didn't raise his hands in dua. That's his opinion. Malik's opinion was that Quran does not benefit the dead. So he doesn't recite Fatiha in the janazah, salat al-janazah. So there are many examples of this in. That's a big problem, is people don't know that the imams, it's a school with a methodology. All of the hadith of ahkam are known by all four madhabs. They know all the hadith. It's a matter of what's the methodology to determine that. So Abu Hanifa radiallahu anhu has his methodology. So he won't take a hadith related to fiqh, for instance, of Abu Hurairah if it differs from his methodology. But why? Because he's not amongst the fuqaha of the Sahaba. So these are the methodologies that if we don't learn the methodology of our madhab, we won't understand why they differ from the other madhabs, and you won't appreciate the ikhtilaf. So it's one of the great blessings of the ummah is the ikhtilaf. And